Hello, my friends. We are going to talk about the intents. Intents are the messaging system by which one activity is able to launch another activity. An activity can, for example, issue an intent to request the launch of another activity contained within the same application. Intents also, however, go beyond this concept by allowing an activity to request the services of any other appropriately registered activity on the device for which permissions are configured. For example, an activity contained within an application that requires a web page to be loaded and displayed to the user. Rather than the application having it to contain a second activity to perform this task, the code can simply send an intent to the Android runtime requesting the services of any activity that has registered the ability to display a web page. The runtime system will match the request to available activity on the device and either launch the activity that matches or, in the event of multiple matches, allow the user to decide which activity to use. Intents are also used or allow for the transfer of data from sending activity to and receiving activity. In the previously outlined scenario, for example, the sending activity would need to send the URL of the web page to be displayed to the second activity. So, similarly, the receiving activity may also be configured to return data to the sending activity when the required tasks are completed. I know you may be confused, but till now, just to remember you that all of these that I have talked about are summarized by two types of intents. Intents are characterized or categorized as either explicit or implicit intents. So we are going to create two different apps that talks about the explicit intent and the implicit intent and describes what.
If you want to learn Android app development and start publishing your own apps, as thousands of people did, join our Udemy bestseller and high-rated course with a free coupon in the description below.
We are going to create an app that describes completely the explicit intent. An explicit intent requests the launch of a specific activity by referencing the component name, which is actually the class name of the target activity. For example, in this app or this project, we have the main activity. I will create a new activity by going to here the package, and I will create in this folder new activity, and I will select as an empty activity. This empty activity, I will name it as activity 2, and I will click on finish. Once it is created, we need to wait for the Gradle to be finishing its process. And after finishing, we have created it. So I need to configure the design and the UI of the layout of the second activity. So I click on Control and the left click, and I will drag and drop a text view here in the middle, and I will click on Infer Constraints, so it will have fixed it. And I will edit the text view here. Welcome to second activity. Okay, so I will also add the size to this by 34. Okay, and I will change the layout of the constraint of the main constraint layout of this activity. I will make it as a color of purple. Purple is good. I need to customize this text color. Scrolling down to the text color here, I will make it as white. Click OK, and here we go. Also, I need to configure some spaces, 32, and it will be like this, matching the constraint. Now, the main activity here, I will make it as this. I will add a button, wrap content, text, take me to second activity. This is the button. I will put it here. I will infer the constraints, and this is look good. 32, and the background of this, it would be here. Background, I will make it like colorful wallpaper. This is from the previous exercises, so it is an image. Here I have placed it in the drawable. Okay, so the main purpose of this application is to test the explicit intents. I will create the button initialization here, initialize it, and find view by id r.id. What I have, name it. Let me see, I didn't give it an ID, so oops, I have given it an ID, button 100. Okay, you see guys, button 100. Now, if you want to learn Android app development, go to Udemy and search for Android. You will get my course as a bestseller course, the complete Android 12 developer course, Mastering Android. Click on it. You're gonna learn how to build 60 apps from scratch with rating 4.4 and a bestseller. And this course is about 86 hours on video demand, okay, covering all the topics with 47 sections and about 463 lectures at the time of recording this video. So we are expanding this course and we are adding new tutorials every week. So are you ready to become a professional developer with this course? Join now. Button 100. Okay, button dot set on click listener, new click listener, view click listener. And what I'm going to do here, when the user click on the button, I need to take him to the second activity. Okay, this is happened by creating an intent. This is an intent, you see. This is the class. I need to import the package, Alt plus enter to import the package that is responsible for the intent. Okay, now intent I, this is the name of the object, equal to new intent, and I need to pass this as in the context, and I need to tell Android Studio where I should go from this app. So this refers to this application, the main activity. I need to go to activity 2 and it is named as activity 2. So I put activity 2 dot class. This is very important. Okay, let me check if there is an error. Alt plus this is here cannot resolve the constructor. This or v dot get context. You can get the context. This is if we are using inside. If you are using this inside a fragment, inside a button, inside a method, it will differ. Okay, so this is very important. And then we need to make use of this object by making I dot, or we can make start activity directly by calling this and passing the intent that we have created. Data may be transmitted to receiving data activity by adding it to the intent object before it starts via the calls, the put extra method of the intent object. So let me first show you this app, and later on we will add the data to this application. This is our application. If we click on take me to the second activity button, it will give us our second activity. So this is the importance of understanding the intents and how they work, and this is an example of explicit intent. Now let's add some data to this activity in order to send it to the second activity. I told you this is happening by adding the put extra. So I dot put extra method. I need to put the name, like the tag my name, and how to get it. I will pass hello my friends, explicit, or hello my friends. This is the message that I'm going to transmit from this activity to the second activity. Till now we are having a constant text that is being displayed by the activity. I will remove this text by removing here the text, and now it is an empty text. So I need to pass every time a new message. So when the user click on this button, it will take him to the second activity and display the value as this message inside the text view, okay, of the second activity. So let me go here in the text. In the second activity, I have missed to initialize the text view here. Text view equal to find view by id r.id.text view. What is the ID of this text view? It is ID 7. So text view 7. Now, how to receiving data from activity. Okay. We have sent this message under a title called my name. In order to receive it, I need to check for the bundle. So the data is received by the target activity as part of a bundle object, which can be obtained via a call to get content method. You see this bundle and the get extras and get bundle. So the get intent method of the activity class returns the intent that starts or that started the activity, while the get extras method of the intent class returns a bundle object containing the data. For example, in order to extract the message that have been passed from the main activity, from the first activity, which is here under a title of my name, I need to make a bundle object called extras equal get, this is bundle, bundle extras get intent dot get extras. Okay, now this extras, I will check if it is null. If extras does not contain any data, then don't make anything. Otherwise, if extras does not equal to null, so it contains data, what to do? I need to store the message that I am receiving into a string called my string and equal to extras dot get string, and I will name it what is the key? I need to copy the key here exactly. So my name here, or you can make it that extras dot get string and the key is my name. Now you see guys how we have put it and get it the string, the message from the first activity. We have specified the key and the value. When you need to receive the value, you need to specify the key. So I have specified the key and stored the value inside my string text view. I need now to display inside the text view that I have created in the activity number 2, text view dot set text to what? To the received message. So my string would be displayed. Let's run and see. If I go to the second activity, hello my friends. So activity number 2 does not contain any message. It waits for the message to come in order to display it. So again, a new message is written. Let's run again the app and see if it will get this message directly to the second activity. Okay, and here we go. We have done it correctly. So the app is passing this message under this title, my name, into the second activity, and we have received it by using the get extras and getting it inside and storing it inside a string and then displaying it with the text view. So this is why very important to learn the intents and how to understand it. There is one thing I should mention. When using intents to launch other activities within the same application, it is essential that those activities would be listed in the application manifest file. So go to the manifests here, manifest file, go to the Android manifest and scroll down. And you see here, guys, that there is an activity called activity 2, which have been created recently, and there is another activity which is here. So this is the activity of the main, this is the code of the main activity, and this is the code of the activity number 2 that we have created. So it's very important to understand that these should work and should be listed. All the activities that you create are listed inside the main manifest and Android manifest file. Okay, so this is the explicit intents. Now let's move to learn about the implicit